Fresh in the mug, now it's time to wake up, yeah. Early in the morning, woo! I know somebody on it, woo! But it's time to get the money, bro, woo! You can't act funny about that money, yo! Early in the morning, woo! Can I hit it in the morning, woo! But you gotta feed them kids. Jim with juice, y'all know what the business is. What? I said what? I said what? I said what? Y'all know what it is. The business. What? I said, okay. Is that right? Okay. Fresh in the mug, yeah. Dinner. Fresh in this bit with a lot more red on my Papa Bear. I need hot porridge, okay?
What's up? Juicy Nation.
Is that right?
And to all the Juicy Jammers out there, and good morning, Milwaukee. You are now tapped into sipping on and waking up to Jammin with Juice. And I am your girl, Noni Juice.
Lot more
always keeping it
on my Papa Bear. I need hot pour. Okay.
I got my boy, Big Jammin, with me in the building.
It is amazing.
Yes, and we also, we got being on the one Tuesday.
Fresh in the mud.
Right now.
Dinner mud.
But we are live from the Jammin with Juice Studios at the Milky Way.
Fresh in this
building, you guys. Sponsored by Cindy Johnson, Allstate Insurance Agency, you guys. And oh my goodness, you guys.
Woo! Good morning.
We're back. We're back. This is official. We're back. And like I am all over the place right now. But you know what? We got some certified Juicy Jammers in the chat right now.
And oh my God, do we?
We got some certified Juicy Jammers in the chat.
We got a lot of shout-outs right now.
So, you know we got to get it cracking like we usually do. So
Let's get it cracking.
We got to get into our morning roll call. So can you please give me my theme music? There we go. Hey! Oh my God. Honestly, I don't even know who to start. I'm going to start with SE, okay? SE is first in the chat.
Good morning,
on this very special day. We got Neil Carter Jr. in the chat this morning.
Jr.,
we got Nicole in the chat this morning. Kawanda's back in the chat this morning.
Kawanda, Grand Rising Queen. Venus to Uranus, good morning.
Big Nut is back.
Big Nut got a big butt, good morning.
We got CE, Miss Nina Nicole,
CE, calling my Gemini brethren, good morning. Sherry Hughes, good morning. Tyler, my brother, good morning. Good morning.
We got KW.
Vicky
Johnson. Oh my gosh, y'all. So many people. Trey
in the building. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, you guys. So many people.
DB Johnson.
So many people. Brittany here. I'm
I need a Nicole. Good morning.
Kyle, what's poppin', Kyle?
Oh my God! There's so many people in the chat right now.
And I don't want to miss anybody.
Let's see. Ray Fickle.
Shout out Ray Fickle, man.
Shout out to Ray.
Oh,
good morning.
All right, y'all. All right.
Oh man.
Listen.
Oh man.
This is beautiful.
Oh
and
man.
We are so happy and we are so grateful and we are just so thankful that you guys are here. Y'all are back with us with this very special and important new era that I'm going to call it, new beginning era. It's been crazy, but y'all really have been holding us down. Y'all have been holding us down and doing everything to just keep the name alive, keep the show alive.
Right.
Like, y'all have been asking about us and just wanted us to come back, and that really was the biggest motivating factor for us to figure it out and get it together and come up with what we came up with, which is our Jammin with Juice Studios. And so it's so much we got to get into.
So much to get into, so much to say.
I don't even know. We were just talking. We were like, man, how do we even want to intro the show? Because I feel like there's just so much that could be said. But I'm gonna let you start talking, Ben.
I mean, you know what? I gotta piggyback off what you just put down, Juice. Again, you know, it started because of all of you guys, right? Like, you guys wanted Jammin with Juice. You guys wanted Noni Juice. You guys wanted band Jammin. And like she just said, you know, that was the biggest motivating factor behind all of this. Because truthfully, you know, I was definitely heartbroken. You know, I was distraught when, you know, the last business deal that we had or whatever had kind of just blew up. It was a business deal. It was business, right? It was business.
It was.
You know, no love lost or whatever. But you know, I was just like, dang, what do I do? Where do I go from here? Because, you know, we were out there looking out at the rest of the mainstream economy and seeing that, you know, a lot of black men and black women were being unemployed. You know, a lot of people were going through unemployment. So to see that Jammin with Juice had actually started to go through that phase, it was one of them things like, dang, Juice, like, what do we do? How do we come back from this?
Yeah.
You know, it was honestly, I can't even lie, it was a very sad day for me, but it was also one of those days where it's just like, you know what, I'm going to let God do what God is going to do, you know, and he got to talking to me, you know, he got to talking to me, got to talking to Juice, and then for each and every one of you guys to be reaching out how you did, I personally didn't even know that many people cared, okay? I didn't know that many people cared, okay? Because what they tell us from our past, you know, business dealings or whatever, how those airwaves tend to work, we don't even know who's listening, okay,
right,
unless they tap it in on YouTube. So that's why I was like, you know what, we're finna go ahead and kick this joint off on YouTube. So, you know, thank each and every one of you guys who are in the chat this morning, woke up at 7 a.m., woke up at 6:30 a.m. just to be like, man, I am tapping in with Jammin with Juice, because you guys are one of the biggest reasons, and like she just said before, motivating factors to keep us going and made us feel like, you know what, we gotta figure it out. And so we did.
Yeah, we definitely did. We figured it out. That day was just crazy in general. I don't know. Do you want to, bro?
I mean, we can expound upon it. We can expound upon it.
Because I know people are curious. People are wondering, like,
what happened with you guys at the truth?
Like, what was really going on? And I'll just say that day was it was unexpected, but obviously, you know, I think it was for the best, you know, for both of us, for our growth, for what our vision is, for what we want to do. And so I can't necessarily be mad at it. Now, don't get me wrong. I was definitely upset. For the first, like, 2 weeks, I was just like, man, I can't believe this. Like, what was really going on? And then just like that day was just so crazy because we were talking to Glenn, and that was the last day Glenn was going to be our producer. And we were getting another one, and we were talking to him about like, oh man, like you graduated. But what did you tell me, Ben?
We graduated.
Yes.
You know, they say you ain't never really been in the media business anyway until you get fired, until you let go.
That is very true. And this was my very first time getting fired. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to feel. But that whole situation when they be like, oh, you go into like the crying room, you know, you go into the little crying room. They bring you in. They say, you know, it's going to be like a one-on-one, and then they bring you in.
Biggest setup of my life. You know, you send somebody off. You know that's what that was.
And you know, they let us know, you know, management did let us know. And now I know y'all are probably wondering why, like what was the reason why? What was the real reason why? And I can honestly tell y'all, I don't know. I don't know what the reason was.
Man, Juice, I'll put it this way.
I don't know what the reason was. I don't know what the real reason was.
I'll put it this way. You know, the reason that they gave us when you are in the TV
management decision
media business isn't ever a real reason. All right. It's always something more sinister than that. So ultimately, we know that we have the support that we have because you guys are watching us right now. You know, we know that so many people from, Racine to Milwaukee to actually around the country love Jammin with Juice.
Yeah.
Again, that's why we had to bring this back, man. But it was definitely a devastating day. I mean, honestly, for me, it felt like something out of a movie, man, because we ended up losing. And honestly, this is right here, this girl right here, man, this is really my home girl, man. We got hired together and we got fired together. Okay, Jammin with Juice for life. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, same day we got hired is the same day we got fired together or whatever. But walking out, I had to get my little box, when they ready to remove you and stuff.
And you couldn't even go down there and get it yourself. They were like, oh no, you can't go get that. You can't go get your stuff. Like, we got to get your stuff for you. You know?
And it's so crazy because, and that's why they be like, man, don't be too loyal to these jobs, man. You want to take a vacation, you should take a vacation. Because I was loyal to that thing. All right. I woke up each and every morning, did the jobs that I was supposed to do, and truthfully, me and Juice built that station up brick by brick. We were part of the foundation of that thing. So whatever it does after we done left, it is what it is. It doesn't matter to me anymore. It's in the past. Jammin with Juice is the future.
Yeah.
So,
and I honestly, I'm not upset, and I wish everybody over there the best.
Yeah,
like from the company to like everybody who's still at the station. Like, it's still all love, because that was a really big part of, just my journey in the industry, and I got a lot of opportunity. I have to shout out Kyle Wallace and Cherie Harris for giving us the opportunity to even work over there, and they saw something in us and they let us build upon it. They let us do what we wanted to do over there, and like I will forever be grateful for that experience because I grew so much. Like, I think we both grew a lot while we were there, but I think it truly did set us up for someone said Tyler said trauma bonded. You're right. You are right. But I think it just truly set us up for what we really were truly meant to do. So that is why I'm just like, man, we had to get the show back. But like you said, Ben, the day was extremely crazy. Okay, I had never been walked out of a building in my life.
Yeah, man.
It's a humbling experience. I would definitely tell you, it is a very humbling experience.
It ain't no humbling experience.
It is.
It is not humbling at all. I walked out those offices, man, with all my things in the box. Y'all know my rabbit hole crown? The manager at the time, he crushed my crown as he put all my things in the box. I was like, damn, like, you really didn't give an F, But as I walked out of there, man, I ended up spilling my coffee and everything. I was totally distraught, but at the same time, as Juice said, everything that happened while we were at the truth, I thank God for it. It definitely transformed me, grew me up as a man. I experienced some of my worst moments and best moments in that period of 4.5 years. Gave me the skills that I needed to do what I'm doing currently right now. So thank everybody up over there. Thank you for the opportunities, and it's life lessons being taught. But with that being said, we're bringing all of what we know to what we got going on right here at Jammin with Juice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Last thing I do want to say though about it was at the end when we were about to go our separate ways.
Dang.
Like, after we got walked out and we were about to go our separate ways, like, Ben had his little box. Ben had his box with his hip hop poster and everything.
Man.
And I looked at him and I was trying to give him a hug, and he didn't even really want to hug me because he said, like, in that moment,
it felt final, bro.
It felt final. And I was like, come on, bro, like, give me a hug. I was like, I just want to go home. And so I gave him a hug, and he said that just felt so definite, like what just happened.
Because
you truly never know when it could be your last day somewhere. But like we don't want to harp on the situation. We just did want to, at least give you guys some type of context, some type of information of like what actually went down. But the truth is, I really don't know. I don't know the real reason, but that's neither here nor there. God bless everybody over there. We appreciate the time that we did have over there, but now we are on to something new, which we have to talk about our studios.
Yeah, Jammin Studios.
We have studios, or a studio, I should say. Well, technically, we could have two. You know what I'm saying? But we have an entire studio now, you guys, that we built from. We had to build this entire thing, not
brick by brick,
not the actual building. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Milky Way Tech Hub building, and shout out to my auntie. Man, I have so many shout outs because the reason why we are even sitting here today, you guys, Juicy Jammers, is not just because of you guys, which we love y'all wholeheartedly for sticking up for us and supporting us and everything. But we would not be here today without our community and our family who gathered around us and gave us this opportunity, let us use this space, you know, wanted us to get on our feet. All of the people who came through and helped me put this studio together. I have so many thank yous that I want to just say. So shout out to my auntie for sure. Cindy Johnson, Allstate Insurance Agency. I forever love you, obviously, because you're my auntie, but like you and my mom, like y'all have just been so supportive of us doing this and like helping us to get back to where we are right now. So we would not be here without you guys. I have to shout out Corey. Corey was holding me down, y'all. Like, y'all already know Corey always holds me down, but Corey was holding me down, coming here with me all the time to like get the entire studio together, from the floors to painting to all of the putting the table up, getting the computer set up, like literally everything. He was there every single step of the way and just pushing me to be better and just grow in this new like entrepreneurship leadership role that we're in right now. But shout out to his dad, okay? Shout out to the daddy, because he came up in here and helped us with the electricity, and he brought his friend Lenny. Let me make sure I have his name because I don't want to miss anybody, but shout out to Lenny, who also came through and helped with the electricity. I have to shout out Ferrante, who, listen y'all, we got carpet in this studio. And he was just putting me on game to some stuff when he was here, because I did not know that when you are putting together studio and you got carpet, you got the tiles and stuff, that things can 100% go wrong. But he definitely was just calming me down and like, hey, it's all good. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to put like the little gradients so it don't look bad and all that. And it looks fantastic. So shout out to Ferrante. Shout out to Mr. Andre, who helped us finish the painting job, because this was our first time ever painting. I've never painted anything in my life, and painting is a very difficult job to do. I'm not gonna lie, especially with that painter's tape, because we had the painter's tape on there and we tried to like take it off and it was just messed up. So he came through and helped. Shout out to Tanya, who came through and cleaned up for us. Tanya was out there helping. Shout out to Kayla Gibson. She was out there coming in here helping us. Like when I have so many people to just thank for the support and the help, because that is really what it takes in order to bring something to life. It's just the full support of the community, the full support of the village. It truly does take a village to do anything. And our village came through strong, and they came through fierce. They came through and they believed in us. And that is how we have this studio here today. And I just feel so proud. I know I'm rambling, y'all, but like I've had so much going on the past like 2-3 months. But like for me to take this vision, Ben let me design the entire thing. And so for me to take this vision that I had and to see it come to fruition now, and like it's exactly how I envisioned it in my mind. And so I'm just so proud of myself. And I learned so much about myself in this process, and just the growth that it takes to truly build something, truly be an entrepreneur, from getting LLCs and all of it, y'all.
Sheesh.
Like all of it. This has been quite the journey, and that's why I can't even be mad at what happened, because I gained so much from the situation. So that's just what I want to say on it. Thank you to every single person who helped us, and just believe in what we're doing and what we're building, man. Like that is what community is about. So
I second all of that, Juice. I second all of that, man. Thank you to God, you know, because like you said, Juice, this has been a difficult process, especially for myself, just trying to figure out exactly what the next move is, the next step is, you know. But one of the first people for real, and I bring this up, but I gotta bring this to the tube, you know. I gotta bring this to
bring it to the
Jammers.
tube.
But one of the first people who really like let, I guess both of us know like this can really take off is Mama Juice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Juice, Mama Nancy. You know, all I know is, bro, is she kind of cooked the idea in my head to let it know, like, hey, y'all can really do this thing right here inside of Cindy Johnson, Allstate Insurance Studios, right here at the Milky Way Tech Hub type stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know, we could do this. But when Mama Juice was like, yeah, and then when you guys actually kick it off, you're gonna hit them like bam, and then bam, and then bam. I was like, you know what? She got a point. So Mama Nancy, man, you've been living in my mind rent free ever since that day. Shout out to you. Shout out to Auntie Cindy. Shout out to Corey. Shout out to everybody that you mentioned, man. Because it really takes a village, and you know, shout out to my baby. Shout out to Shantae. You've been holding me down emotionally ever since. Shout out to my mom, who's been giving me a lot of encouragement. Shout out to my brothers, my sisters, all of my family, man, all of my friends too. You know, everybody who's came through and just supported me emotionally. Shout out to Juice World. You know, just shout out to everybody, man, because you really don't know who's there for you until you are, like, you know, down and out type of stuff. And I didn't know where none of this process was going to go, but it went the right way.
It definitely did.
It went the right way, and like you said, man, we became business owners at the end of the day. You know, this is my co-star, we're business partners together.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Man, hired together, fired together, jamming with Juice for life.
Straight up, man.
Like, that's a fact. Now, before we get into something juicy after our juice break, I do want to just let y'all know a couple of things that because we really want this to be an experience that we're all in it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are doing this independently. We are on our own now. And with that being said, Ben is over here being our producer just because that's what we have to do right now, you know, for the meantime, in between time. But it's a good thing too.
It is, because I came from producing. You know, I started as a producer. And I just grew into a host. So I got all these skills. Exactly.
But the reason why I say that is because y'all gonna have to give us some grace with all of this when we're trying to, like, you know, get the clips up and just get the hotkeys going and just whatever it is. We understand there are going to be some mistakes. There's going to be some moments where we like, uh-oh, what's going on? We're the tech team now. We're the engineer team. We're everything. So that's just one thing I do want to say. So I appreciate y'all for saying, like, I needed my mic to be louder, because we're going to need to communicate with one another when things are going on. The second thing that I want to say is we have a phone number.
Woo!
If you guys want to call us,
know.
We definitely have a phone number that you guys can call. All right. And the number is it ready?
Yeah, let's
it's ready? Okay, so the number is 414-360-8999. I'm gonna put it in the chat so y'all know what the number is. But if y'all do want to call us when we're doing the show, kind of like how we did back, you know, at the other place, you definitely can do that. But the thing is with that, we gotta refresh it like every 15 minutes. And if we don't refresh it, if y'all try to call the number, it's gonna what is it going to be, like a little dial tone or something like that?
It'll be a little dial tone.
Just put in the chat and tell us, like, hey, y'all, I'm trying to call, like, refresh the page, you know what I'm saying? So we can refresh the page, because that's what I'm like, it's going to be a community. Let us know, y'all. Talk to us in the chat. Let us know, you know, what's going on, because we can't always hear everything.
Since we opened it up, do we want to take a call at all?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's take a call real quick. We can do what we want.
That is true. We're our own bosses. Call in right now, 414-360-8999.
Yes,
call right
I'm
now.
Going to put it in the chat, but this is going to be a very authentic experience where we going to need y'all to talk to us to let us know.
I'm going to let the first caller in. Let's see what we got.
All right, let's see.
Go ahead, caller.
Are they up?
Hold on.
All right, I just put the number in the chat. 414-360-8999. But yeah, this is going to be a journey that y'all are on, and we are. Did you ban them? Oh, I thought you banned the call. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, we see y'all coming in. We trying to get it up, but hey.
All right. Nah, we live, man. Call
in. 414-360-8999.
We're finna take our first call. Let's go. Let's see what this is. Caller, what's your name?
Hello?
What's your name?
Up?
Who is this?
Who is this?
Colin.
Oh, Colin CE.
It's Colin.
CE, what's good, my boy, my Gemini brother? You the first caller on Jim with Juice today, bro.
Ever for Jam with Juice 2.0.
How you feeling, dog?
Dude, I'm feeling good.
Oh my God, that is so amazing. Thank you so much for tapping in.
Is it
No problem. I really just wanted to say hi. I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you
bro.
are good. You are
Colin,
good.
man.
Thank you, Colin.
And I just want to say, to you too, man.
No problem.
Go ahead. I just want to say to you, dog, when we saw you, when I saw your mom out there at Tacos and Tequila Fest, man, for me to be able to just even hop on the phone with you like that, dog, man, like I said, you, your mom, your whole family, bro, is one of the biggest motivating factors of why we continue Jam with Juice, dog.
Right.
So thank you so much, dog, for real. Shout out to your mama CE. Shout out to your daddy too, bro. Thanks, dog.
Yes.
Well, God bless you, all right? Is that SE in the bill? Is that SE in the back?
That is Jesse in the back. She called you on her own phone. She got her own phone.
Okay.
Hey, shout out to your mama. That's love, man.
Thank you.
Well, thank y'all, all right? God bless y'all.
Yeah, man.
God bless.
God bless you, too. We didn't even get to talk about Tacos and Tequila Fest.
Yeah, and we did talk about
We got to
Tacos.
open up for Trina.
Thanks, Colin, dog. God bless you. Be safe.
Oh, I didn't know it made that noise.
It does. That's the noise it makes when we didn't drop that call.
Click, click.
Okay, but anybody want to call in, text in, call in at 414-360-8999 and just call in.
Yeah.
All right, or hit the chat board on YouTube, okay?
Yes. We have a phone number and we appreciate it. All right. You think it's ready to go to break?
I think it's time.
Want to take a juice break?
Let's take a juice break.
And throughout the week, obviously, we'll talk more about stuff we've been doing the last 2 months or whatever it is. But, we got to get into something juicy when we get back, you guys. So don't go anywhere, okay? Stay right where you are. We have a lot coming up for Something Juicy and just the conversation we're going to have today because a lot of things are going on with the Senate and a lot of things are going on when it comes to SNAP and a lot of things are going on when it comes to those health tax credits, okay, the ACA stuff. So we're going to get into all of that because some breaking news did happen last night. So keep it locked. We got more. Coming up, though, is Something Juicy. Don't go anywhere, Juicy Jammers. The juiciness continues next, right here on Jammin' with Juice. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick-cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee, wee, wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
That's right, y'all. You gotta get Allstate. So contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cynthia Johnson today.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
They laughed, they doubted. They said we couldn't do it, but we stayed loaded. Loaded with purpose, loaded with faith. Loaded, living off a dream everyone doubted. It isn't just a clothing line, it's a mindset. Every stitch, every logo, every fit reminds you. You don't need their approval, just your vision. So wear your grind, wear your dream, stay loaded. Living off a dream everyone doubted. It's amazing.
Got a business, event, or brand you want the city to know about? You gotta let them know about it here. Jammin' with Juice is where the people are listening, laughing, and showing love every single morning. Let's put your brand right in the mix. Whether it's an on-air mention, interview, or social media promo, we've got options that make sense for you. So if you're ready to get your message in front of our Juicy Jammers, hit us up at jamminwithjuice@gmail.com and let's work.
What up, Juicy Jammers? It's me, your boy, Ben Jammin, and I think it's time for us to go down the rabbit hole. Now, if you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experienced in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another, up until your curiosity is satisfied. And that's what I intend to do each and every day you guys watch us live. Spark your curiosity and transform the way you see your world. So tap into Jammin' with Juice each and every day so your rabbit hole can be filled. What up? It's me, been jamming. When I wrote my new song Killer, honestly, I wasn't sure what direction it was going to take. But by the time I finished the chorus, tears started rolling down my face. And I knew this wasn't just a song, it was a story that needed to be told. Growing up, so many of us hear and see messages about who we're supposed to be. Too often, those messages are built on negative stereotypes. We're told we're destined to be gangsters, drug dealers, or killers. And when you hear that long enough, some people start to believe it. They take that path and end up in a place they can't escape, dead or behind bars. Killer tells that story, but it also delivers the lesson that you don't have to be what the world tells you to be. You can be a doctor or a lawyer, a radio host, a game designer, a farmer, whoever you choose to be. It's your life. If this story resonates with you, go listen to my new record, Killer, now streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. It's amazing.
Yes, me. Make Jammin with juice with no need. On our way to the T.O.P. with our cities on our back like we gon' see.
You already know what it is. This is Jammin with Juice. And make sure you go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to jamminwithjuice.com to become a certified Juicy Jammer. Remember, from here on out, you're amazing.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You are tapped into Sipping on Waking Up to Jammin with Juice. I want to call it Jammin with Juice 2.0 so bad, but I'm going to just call it Jammin with Juice, you guys. But yes, welcome in. Thank y'all so much for everything that y'all are seeing in the chat. We see you. Again, I'm just going to give the number out just because. But 414-360-8999, that is our phone number that you guys can call to get in with us, you know, if you want to, you know, talk that talk. But right now, you guys, I'm so excited because we're bringing back a segment that I love oh so much. And
what segment is that?
The segment is Somethin Juicy.
It's Noni juice. You know we keeping it juicy. Spilling truth with a smile so sweet. Talking all the buzz from the blogs and the tweets. From the headline to the hometown streets. She bring the flavor, can't nobody compete. Somethin juicy with Noni juicy. Talk of the town, yeah, she got the news. Keeping it fun, keeping it true. It's something juicy, keeping it juicy too.
Woo! I love that one right there. All right, you guys, we got something juicy. Now, the very first thing that I do want to bring up that popped off over the weekend, I want to give a big congratulations over to Outkast and Salt-N-Pepa, you guys. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame over the weekend, and that was a really big moment for them. I absolutely loved the speech that Andre gave after they, you know, got inducted. But before that, I want to tell you guys exactly how the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame even works. So in order to even be inducted, it means that your work is recognized as having cultural significance. So for a band or an artist, this can boost their legacy, catalog sales and streams, and public awareness, especially among new generations. And it makes your work a historical narrative. The fact that you're not just popular, that you're seen as part of the story of music's evolution. So for Outkast and Salt-N-Pepa to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was a really, really big deal. Artists become eligible for nomination 25 years after the release of their first commercial recording. So it takes a really long time, you know, and that honestly means to me that your music and your work 100% has to last. You know what I mean? It has to have longevity, and people have to 100% care about it, you know, for you to get even considered to be nominated 25 years later. And the fact that more hip hop acts are able to get inducted when it started as like a rock and roll type of thing, it just means they're diversifying, you know, and they see other music and other genres as important as well. And you know, I like that.
Is it diversifying, Juice, or is it coming back to the homeland? Because we have been in rock and
you want to get that deep? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I do. I want ownership. I want ownership.
Yeah, clearly.
You know. But no, seriously, man. Shout out to Outkast. Shout out to Salt-N-Pepa and all the other inductees. I mean, one day I want to be able to grace the stage of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I want to be that impactful. So, you know, Outkast definitely deserves it. You know, at the end of the day, things that, you know, what was the gentleman's name? Donald Glover. He went up there to go say about Outkast that made them monumental, made them historical. Is the fact that, you know, they came from the South. They even came with the South when they did the Source Awards, and Andre 3000 told them, you know, the South got something to say. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying because for a
he
very
put his
long
stamp
time,
in it right there.
He definitely put a stamp in it. And I think he put the stamp. I think he put the South stamp on hip hop at that moment, if not in all of music, because, you know, a lot of times, especially in our communities, we try to say, oh, black people can't work together, but we see Outkast as a group, a collective, as two black men able to work together. And it wasn't just those two black men. There's people like Rico Wade, and then we also got a chance to see how Outkast went on to go change the trajectory of the future. Not you know, and the irony to that is because, you know, Future, the rapper, the artist, however you guys want to classify him as, he comes from their tutelage. So, you know, Outkast definitely had legs grow along with their career. Future being one of the sounds that, you know, dominated hip-hop over the past 10 years, man, it's just crazy what somebody's legacy can do. But shout out to Outkast, they deserve it, and shout out to Salt-N-Pepa, one of the very first girl groups.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I had to do my research a little bit, you know, on it, and there haven't been a whole lot of hip-hop acts that have been, you know, inducted. Like, it first started getting inducted back in 2007.
Yeah.
You know, that's crazy, but
it's still fairly new.
It is fairly new, but they're with good company, you know, because they got Jay-Z, Tupac, NWA, Notorious B.I.G., L. Cool J, Eminem, Missy Elliott. Can't forget to say, you know, Missy Elliott. But they, you know, they're with good company. But there are a few people who have not been inducted yet that people say should be. Now, I don't want to pronounce. Now, y'all know I'm not the hip hop head he is. So if I pronounce his name wrong, don't take my black card. Don't take my black card.
Don't do it. Don't go ahead.
Okay, Rakim.
No, that's it.
Rakim. He has not been inducted yet, but people say that he definitely should be a contender. KRS-One.
Yeah, KRS-One definitely should be inducted.
Now, somebody on here, too, they said was Mary J.
Mary J. Blige?
Yeah, they said Mary J. should because they haven't had like a R&B
act go up there yet.
But a lot of people also put her in like the hip-hop category as well, kind of like R&B hip-hop, you know. But and she definitely has legendary albums and was a pioneer, so to speak, in her genre.
Pioneer of, it don't matter if you can or cannot dance, just go up there and move your body. All right, just move your body, okay? But you know what's so crazy, Juice? I'm probably gonna post this clip later or whatever. But you know, when we interviewed Soulja Boy, we ended up asking him about, hey, would you want to be in the, you know, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And he said, yeah. You know, because
I mean, who wouldn't?
That's true. Who wouldn't?
Well, you know, there are people. When I was doing research, they said there are people who have turned it down. You know? Just because they feel like, I don't know, what does it really mean? Kind of like how some people are starting to turn on the Grammys, you know, and they're like, oh, I don't need a Grammy to solidify me and my work. I know that, like, I'm good.
But see, you know, and maybe that is the reason they did what they did last night, because, you know, or over this weekend, because I haven't seen it to this degree or this magnitude at all.
Yeah.
For them to have other, you know, newer upcoming acts go and perform the inductees song. So over this weekend, as they were, you know, bringing Outkast up to give them the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, you know, induct them inside of there. They had people like Tyler the Creator, Doja Cat, come up there and really commemorate what Outkast had put down, you know, and really, you know, really showcase their legacy and celebrate their legacy. And I think that's so beautiful. You know, it's almost like, you know, you being going from just being a 17-year-old kid, working out of some small room, right? And you have this dream, you guys have a dream, you guys go ahead and put it down, you get Grammy Awards, you get all those nominations, then you go life life happens, as life goes, and then next thing you know, 25 years down the road, your children, your offspring, people who are inspired by the work that you have put down, because how dedicated to your craft that you were, go up there and perform your songs. Man, as I saw Tyler, the Creator, go and put down Bombs Over Baghdad, B.O.B., he rapped that like it was his own song. And that's how I know Tyler, the Creator. I said this from the get-go, but Tyler, the Creator is going to be around for a very long time. And I think he's just now getting his respect. So, for all you guys out there who are, attracted to the quick success fame, the TikTok fame or whatever, build your audience and everything else around that will grow and it will become something real one day. Maybe not today, but one day it will be. So keep working hard at it, man.
100%.
Somebody's watching.
And, like Andre said, the greatest things happen in small rooms.
Woo!
You know what I'm saying? And
Bar.
we definitely resonate with that because we are technically in a small room. Independently, of course, but, we love this room,
Hey,
but it's like that was really a bar.
Well, I want to underscore this about you, though, Juice, because just because you're in a small room doesn't mean that the vision isn't big.
Right.
When you even first got in here, you saw how big it can become. So that is, that's credence to you. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate it. I don't think I understand. I'm so proud of this room.
Yeah.
So I 100% feel what Andre was saying about, the biggest things can happen even in the smallest of rooms, especially with God. You know what I'm saying?
Anything is possible with God.
All right. But yeah, shout out to Outkast, shout out to Salt-N-Pepa, and y'all are awesome.
Trey in the building.
Now, I want to get into something a little bit more motivational, depending on your perspective on it. But Kim Kardashian,
you finna talk about this porn star?
Okay, and see, that is what I'm talking about when it comes to the disrespect. This woman is trying to live her life and do what she needs to do.
It sounds like a lot of people that live her life
and be a
with
lawyer.
her.
She's trying to be a lawyer, and you over here downgrading her to her past.
Whatever.
Anyway, Kim Kardashian revealed that she did not pass the bar exam again, you guys. She has taken this thing multiple times, and she did not pass the California State Bar exam, posting online, "Well, I'm not a lawyer yet. I just play a very well-dressed one on TV. 6 years into this law journey, and I'm still all in until I pass the bar. No shortcuts, no giving up, just more studying and even more determination. So thank you to everyone who has supported and encouraged me along the way so far. Falling short isn't failure, it's fuel. I was so close to passing the exam, and that only motivates me even more. So let's go." I 100% agree with that. And that is exactly why I brought it up for Something Juicy, because in life, you guys, you're going to fall down. You just have to get up and try again, you guys. And so for her saying 6 years into this law journey, she's tried to, pass it multiple times and just have not. And she's keep going, you guys. So you guys have to keep going as well. We're keeping going, obviously. But I just think that, it's a great message from someone like her, because she definitely has tried to clean up her image, and she has done a really great job of that. And I really do hope that she does become that lawyer one day, because if she's putting her mind to it and she's trying for it and she's studying hard, I think she could get it done. But I just love that she was so vulnerable that she would be able to put that out there, like as a big star she is, and she's telling people like, yeah, y'all, I failed. Like she is being very open about her failures. People don't do that, you know?
It's okay. And I mean, I think because a lot of people want to be a celebrity or want to be famous or whatever, but to actually have to wear your losses on your sleeve in front of the public, I think that takes a lot of courage, and I think that takes a lot of faith in yourself. And secondly, it's just like you got to stop giving a F what other people think. I am actually proud of Kim Kardashian going and being like, you know what, I'm finna try to be a lawyer. I think one of the biggest reasons is because her father was a lawyer. But secondly, I think it's also on her mind to be like, you know what, I really want to do this because I want to help save a bunch of black men. I want to save a bunch of black men from going to jail, because ultimately a lot of people that she has messed with has been black men that unfortunately have, felt.
Where are you going with this?
I'm just saying, you don't think that's one of the things that's in her mind right now in regards to her advances, trying to just make certain that she can become a lawyer. Okay, look, whatever. Thirdly, a lot of people don't know this.
Gonna try to tear you down. This woman is trying to move forward.
Look,
and you constantly bringing up her being with black men.
I'm just saying, Kim Kardashian talks about how she can cook soul food. She cooks soul food. She does all these.
She got black kids. She better learn something. I hope she know how to do their hair. I know that.
It looked like she just know how to dress them up like they're about to become a porn star.
Okay, you know what? I'm not about to have you talking about.
12.
I'm not about to have you talking about her kids, even though some things that she do be letting
questionable.
North do
Questionable.
be very questionable.
Questionable.
But she's been open about that, saying like, I'm learning. You know, I don't know these things, which I mean. I just wonder how Kanye feels about all of that. But
I mean, Kim Kardashian is willing to do anything she can do to save some black penis. Okay.
All right,
so
and I'm moving right along.
Because I want to put this out there too.
You don't have to.
She was part of the First Step Act. Okay, she was part of the First Step Act. A lot of people don't know that about Kim Kardashian. And if you don't know what the First Step Act is, it is an act that was actually implemented by Donald Trump because Kim Kardashian kind of proposed it. But it's for nonviolent offenders to get out of jail. So with that being said, man, shout out to you, Kim K. I don't care how many black men you got to run through.
Dude dissed her and now trying to give her a backhanded compliment. Absolutely not.
I don't care how many black men you got to run through, Kim K. Keep on doing what you got to do to free the people. All right.
Whatever, bro. I'm moving along to the last something juicy. We got to talk about Diddy real quick.
What Diddy done now? He just in jail.
Bro, Diddy out there allegedly getting drunk in the jail cells, bro. Like they are saying
drinking
that
hooch.
allegedly Sean Diddy Combs was reportedly caught with homemade alcohol in prison weeks after claiming sobriety for the first time in 25 years. So they are saying that his commitment to sobriety appears to have hit a snag behind bars because according to TMZ, the music mogul that is Diddy was caught drinking homemade alcohol while serving his sentence at Fort Dix, a low security federal prison in New Jersey. No, you muted yourself.
Wait, Fort Dix. Did Diddy choose that?
I don't know. I don't know, you
the
guys.
Irony.
But I didn't even know you could make. Alcohol in
jail.
prison.
Yeah.
I mean, how would I know?
Yeah, I'll be watching them do it on my TikTok.
So apparently, they say. They found him with, or allegedly, I gotta say allegedly they found him with a fermented mix of Fanta, sugar, and apples.
That's
a
all you need
concoction
right there.
Inmates reportedly let sit for 2 weeks to create alcohol. Now, prison officials initially planned to move him to another unit as punishment, but later decided to let him remain where he is. Now, the incident comes just weeks after Diddy told a judge he was sober for the first time in 25 years, claiming prison had forced him to change his life. He said, quote, "The old me died in jail and a new version of me was reborn." That is what he said in the letter before sentencing. Now, Diddy was convicted in July on 2 counts of violating the Mann Act and receiving a 50-month sentence in October. He was transferred to Fort Dix last week, where he's been interacting with other inmates and appearing in good spirits. Now, prison officials have not confirmed the incident, but TMZ has reported it. That's why I'm saying allegedly. But if that's true, bro, that's wild. And if I was his family, I would be very upset.
I mean, why though? Because like for real, okay, on one end, look, if you in jail, you got to find some way to pass the time. All right, you just do, and that's what they do in there. So I'm not happy that he's in there. However, he's trying to find the best way to pass his time. Like, you know, and that's not the only thing Diddy has done. Now, on a positive note, Diddy was also in there teaching people business. You know, he's teaching, giving people business classes and things like that. So, you know, he's doing what he can right now with the time God has graced him. Fortunately, you know, nobody's done anything to him because a few weeks ago they were talking about somebody. He woke up with somebody having a knife at his neck.
I understand that, and I understand that times get hard
He's stressed,
in there,
man.
and you have nothing, you know, better to do. But it's just like, if you're trying to be a better version of yourself, you have to move a little bit smarter than that. Like, you a grown man, bro. You got to make better decisions because your decisions is what got you in this mess in the first place. Now, if you told the judge that you're trying to be on your best behavior, you on this sobriety and all the things, I understand things get hard and I understand temptation comes. I'm sure they handed it to him like, here, take the edge off, whatever. But like, you just have to, you got to just think a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows if that could get him in trouble where they're like, because I thought he was trying to get out on good behavior.
Look, I'm surprised.
Lower the months down, you know what I'm saying? But come on.
I'm just surprised Diddy ain't cracked no buns yet. I want to
you
hear
don't
that
know
story.
that, allegedly.
I just want to hear that story, man, because they be talking about the dudes that transform into women inside of prisons. They actually do be looking like women, and somebody gonna crack. All right, it's either gonna be them or Diddy.
At Fort Dix.
At Fort Dix. So the irony. The irony.
I guess you guys.
But shout out to Diddy, man. God bless you, and I want you to be safe, man. One of these days we're gonna work together. Take that.
What you taking from him?
Everything.
I bet you are. I bet you would take that from Diddy.
I'm
but
taking
you know what?
everything from Diddy.
On the other side, you guys, when we come back from our juice break, because Something Juicy, that was it. Something Juicy. I hope you guys liked my theme music. I loved it so much. But anyway, the question that we have today, you guys, has to do with the senators reaching a deal to end the long 40-day U.S. government shutdown and secure SNAP funding through next year, you guys. That was breaking news literally last night that they feel like they've reached a deal. Okay, now I need to know. Me?
Yeah,
I know. I did need some water. Dang.
That swallow was heavy.
It was, bro. I felt it too. Why you think I got this water right here? You better edit that out in the audio.
No, it's
but
there.
Anyway,
that's staying.
Do you think that this is progress? The fact that the government shutdown could be over potentially soon. Do you think that the Democrats should give in? Should they give in to what the Republicans are demanding in order to get these SNAP benefits together? Should they just throw in the towel? How do you honestly feel about it? Which one would you rather have, the SNAP benefits or your tax credits for your health care?
Good question.
Let us know, y'all. 414-360-8999. That is the number, but we're going to get into it when we come back from our juice break. So keep it locked. More Jammin' with Juice up next. Clearly, I need some water. Stay locked in. We'll be right back on Jammin' with Juice. But in the meantime, hit us in the chat and join the conversation. We'll take a look on the other side. If you want to stay in the know, you gotta sip on Somethin Juicy, where me, your girl Noni Juice, spills the juice on recent headlines you might have missed. From local Milwaukee stories to trending topics and breaking news, you gotta know what's going on. So I'm gonna keep you updated. So don't miss Somethin Juicy every single weekday in the 7 o'clock hour, exclusively right here on Jammin' with Juice. Keep it juicy, y'all. Jammin' with Juice is officially back, you guys. And you know what? I am so excited to be back with my co-star. Okay, we got Ben Jammin in the building. Ben Jammin, how you feeling?
Amazing. No, seriously, Juicy Jammers, it is so great to be back over these airwaves, connected with you all over again. Thank you guys again just for holding it down with us, man, for so long. All the DMs, all the messages, all the likes, the comments.
Y'all definitely were doing your big one, reaching out to us and just keeping the show alive. You know what I'm saying? So now that we are officially back, make sure you tell everybody that you know.
Tell your mama.
Okay, that Jammin' with Juice is back to give you that daily
Tell
drop
your
of
daddy.
juice every single morning. Okay, if you gotta go to the gas station, if you at the mall, whoever you run into,
tell
just
your
let them
local
know.
drug dealer.
All right, that they gotta tap into Jammin' with Juice. Ben, you are so crazy.
Okay, let's do it again.
Do it again? No,
Yeah.
let's see how it sounded first.
I don't think that sounded good.
I thought it was beautiful.
I thought the direction was there.
Do it.
Let's just do it one more time.
Do what?
Do it again.
Okay, what's
Tell the people. They listening right now. Tell the people. Tell the people what you need to tell them. What we need to tell them. Cause look, Juicy Jammers, from the bottom of Ben Jammin' heart, I really appreciate you guys. When somebody, gets let go from their job.
We ain't doing that.
No?
No,
No?
we ain't talking about that.
Okay, we ain't doing all that. Just thank you, Juicy Jammers, man. Seriously, I found out throughout this time period, okay, I don't want to be that deep. I know how to enunciate.
I'm not about to keep playing with you. Cut this up and call it a day.
Whatever, bro. Y'all really want this show?
Bro, this is a 30-second. We back. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your auntie, tell your baby daddy.
We back, but we ain't never left, okay? We ain't never left, all right? We just got a new platform, and it's our own platform.
Facts. But yeah, y'all was holding it down. We appreciate it so much. And we are just glad to be able to be back in community with all of you and to, entertain y'all. Because it's about to get even crazier. We on our own, Ben. We independent.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means?
All right, Juicy Jammers, we're back from our juice break. We appreciate y'all for still kicking it with us. Now, let's get right back into the conversation on Jammin' with Juice.
Woo! 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 And we locked in, and we locked in, like we top 10. You already know, can't nothing stop it. Yeah, juicy be juicy. Yeah, going in, you can. Yeah. Going up the phone, going up the track. One thing, juice my pick,
You want me to go in? I ain't going in.
Man, you better go in.
I do like this beat though, it's fire. Welcome back, everybody. You are tapped into Jammin' with Juice. We back, baby. Yes, Jammin' with Juice right here. All right, you guys, but we got to get into like the main convo that we are about to have here, because it was some breaking news just yesterday, last night. Yes, it was breaking news. It was breaking news, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was just like, oh my goodness, is this finally gonna be over with? Is this government shutdown finally gonna be over with? But they are saying that after 40 days of the government shutdown that left thousands of federal workers unpaid, a group of senators has reached a deal that they hope will reopen the government soon, you guys. So the agreement was made by a mix of Democrats and Republicans and is expected to have enough votes, at least 60, to pass in the Senate. Now, if it clears that chamber, it still needs approval from the House of Representatives and Donald Trump's signature before the government can officially open, or reopen, I should say. But the deal does include a small group of spending bills that will fund certain departments like agriculture, which is the one that has to do with SNAP, you guys, through the next fiscal year. Okay. The rest of the government will be temporarily funded through January 30th at current spending levels. It also makes sure that the SNAP program will stay funded through next. I do that a lot. Will stay funded through next September.
You paid attention to your swallows now? You like, damn.
I am.
It's kind of loud.
And that was one of the biggest concerns during this shutdown, was the SNAP benefits. But the Senate could begin voting on the deal as early, literally last night. But if it passes quickly, the government could reopen within days. But if even one senator objects, it could delay things further. Now, I had saw Senator, let me pull it up actually.
Senator what?
Jasmine Crockett.
Oh, Jasmine Crockett. Man, you know, we interviewed her.
Yeah, we did interview her. Yeah, but she pretty much was saying that she's on the way to DC now because she has to vote on this thing. And she said, I am going to continue to vote no on this because I don't want to back down. I don't want to back down from what it is that we are fighting for when
just
it comes
like a black
to
woman.
And see, nope, that's where you're
just
wrong
like a black woman. Don't know how to stand in place.
It don't have nothing to do with her being a black woman. It has everything to do with her caring about her people, whether it's in Texas or whether it is whether she's not sitting around, but whether it's in Texas or whether that's just all over the United States. And she's pretty much saying like, no, I'm not about to back down when it comes to getting these health tax credits for the people, because that is what they deserve. That is what they need, and it's gonna cause even bigger issues if we don't, stay in the fight. And I understand that there are a lot of pressures that are coming from, the federal workers not getting paid and the whole SNAP benefits conversation and debate that is going on. But I mean, I don't think that is something that should be done. And that is my opinion on it. But, what do you think, Ben? Or you want to give them to him?
I mean, I will give it to him on the other side. I'll give it to him on the other side. But I just want to throw this out there, though, for real, because right now, people are, worried about their SNAP benefits being cut or not receiving any food. And a lot of people haven't received any funding for their food whatsoever. So children are starving. But would you choose the SNAP benefits or the $2,000 stimulus check that Donald Trump threw in y'all faces?
Yeah.
You want the stimmy or you want your stomach full?
I mean, which one is more important to y'all? Like, which one is more important for your needs? Do you care more about having the SNAP benefits, or do you care more about having your ACA? Yeah, your ACA, your tax credits for your health insurance.
What's the American Child Tax Credit? That's what the ACA is, ain't it?
No, it's the Affordable Care Act.
Here we go. Here we go. Whatever.
You said the child tax credit.
Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo. What do y'all think? 414-360-8999. We're not politicians, but call in. Let us know. We're going to continue the conversation about what should be happening right now. Should the Democrats be like, okay, this is not important anymore. We just got to get food to the people. Do you care about the health benefits? Or are you just like, man, I just want my 2000 stimulus check, which we have to bring up as well. 414-360-8999 is the number. Give us that call or put it in the chat, you guys. We are reading your chat messages right now, and we want y'all to get in on the conversation as well. What do you value a little bit more, the SNAP benefits or your health credits, you guys? All right, we'll be back with more. Hour 2 Jam with Juice coming up. We're going to take a quick juice break, Juicy Jammers. So now is your time to get your cups, get your refills, stand up and stretch your legs out. Use the bathroom. I don't know. Do something. Just don't go too far, because we'll be right back with more Jammin' with Juice.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee, wee, wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
That's right, y'all. You gotta get Allstate. So contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cynthia Johnson today.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
What up? It's me, Ben Jammin. When I wrote my new song, Killer, honestly, I wasn't sure what direction it was going to take. But by the time I finished the chorus, tears started rolling down my face. And I knew this wasn't just a song, it was a story that needed to be told. Growing up, so many of us hear and see messages about who we're supposed to be. Too often, those messages are built on negative stereotypes. We're told we're destined to be gangsters, drug dealers, or killers. And when you hear that long enough, some people start to believe it. They take that path and end up in a place they can't escape, dead or behind bars. Killer tells that story, but it also delivers the lesson that you don't have to be what the world tells you to be. You can be a doctor or a lawyer, a radio host, a game designer, a farmer, whoever you choose to be. It's your life. If this story resonates with you, go listen to my new record, Killer, now streaming on Spotify and Apple Music. It's amazing. Yes, me. Make Jammin' with Juice with Noni. On our way to the TOP with our cities on our back like we gon' see.
Who is Carrie Noni, aka your girl Noni Juice? Well, if you're new here, I'm a Midwest girlie born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and have always had big media dreams. I have my bachelor's in broadcast journalism and a minor in communication. Your girl is certified, okay? And when I'm not on these Jammin' with Juice airwaves, you'll catch me rocking the mic as the in-game host at Brewers or Marquette basketball games, while also building my media empire on my Noni Juice YouTube page and social media. So I invite you to follow the journey and get this daily drop of juice. Got a business, event, or brand you want the city to know about? You gotta let them know about it here. Jammin' with Juice is where the people are listening, laughing, and showing love every single morning. Let's put your brand right in the mix. Whether it's an on-air mention, interview, or social media promo, we've got options that make sense for you. So if you're ready to get your message in front of our Juicy Jammers, hit us up at jamminwithjuice@gmail.com and let's work.
All right, Juicy Jammers, we're here, and we ain't going nowhere. So hit the chat and tell us how you really feel. We know you ain't got no filter.
Hey, doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Hey, doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo. It's Jammin' with Juice, yeah. Jammin' with Juice, yeah. Jammin' with Juice, yeah. And it's hour 2, yeah. Hour 2, yeah. Sipping on Jammin' with Juice, hey. Hour 2, hey. We sipping on Jammin' with Juice, yeah. Woo, 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 woo. Where you at? Woo, woo.
Hey, 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 hey,
Where you at? Hour 2, Jump with Juice. Hour 2, Jump with Juice. All right, you guys, do you hear the audio now? Let us know, because, like we said, this is going to be a community. This is an effort from all of us. But thanks, y'all, so much for tapping in to hour 2 of Jammin' with Juice, you guys. We're about to keep the conversation going and getting into it, talking about the fact that the senators have reached a new deal to end this long 40-day U.S. government shutdown, and they are trying to secure that SNAP funding through next year, which if everybody signs, which people are saying that they did sign already, that they did sign it already and they got the 60, that it's a done deal. But just because we want to talk about it and we want to know how you guys are feeling about the situation, do y'all think that this is progress?
Right.
Do you feel like the Democrats should have caved in and gave the Republicans what it is that they want? Now, just in case you guys don't necessarily know what has been going on with this government shutdown and why things have been going on, is it has been dragged on for a really long time, but there have been a lot of pressures behind it. So from workers not getting paid, like the federal workers not getting paid, the SNAP benefits have been frozen, and they're saying both parties have been to blame, but I personally think that most of the blame has been on the Democrats.
You gonna call them the Democrats? Is that what you finna do? Democrats?
My bad.
I thought that happened.
You heard that? No, I'm kidding. From the Democrats, standing 10 toes and what it is that they're saying. Like, no, we don't want to just take this temporary deal where you guys say, oh, we have the potential to vote on the Obamacare. I'll just say Obamacare, the Obamacare funding, the Obamacare funding at a later date or time. But it's like, you know how them Republicans be. It's like you can't trust their word. So yeah, they're saying like, oh, we'll do the SNAP stuff. We'll give them the benefits back if you guys just sign along on this and say this is what you want, and we'll vote on the Obamacare a little bit later. But I don't trust that. And so the fact that there are some Democrats who have said, you know what, enough is enough. We got to get these federal workers back working. The airport systems and all of that is going crazy right now. So many people are quitting. They are resigning because they don't want to do it anymore. And it's just like, man, what really is the most important piece of this right now? Are y'all in it for the long haul when it comes to getting those tax credits for your health insurance? Or are you more so thinking like, no, SNAP benefits is what is needed right now. Getting these workers back working is what is needed right now, all of the things. So 414-360-8999. Ben want to get to the phone lines.
Yeah, I sure do, man.
Ben is like, I'm trying to get to the phone lines.
I'm trying to see what's happening, man.
Let's see what y'all are thinking about. What's popping?
What's going down? Let's see. There we go. Bringing them on right now.
Who we got?
Who we talking to?
It's Brucey, baby. How are you guys doing?
Hey!
Oh, we got Brucey baby back. What's going on, Brucey baby?
Now, Brucey baby, go ahead.
It's a little more complicated than the Democrats being stubborn and everything. There's actually quite a little bit of dissension going on with Republicans because there's a dangerous rhetoric being pushed.
Okay.
Now, we're at this weird stage right now where people seem to be relishing the pain and torment that we all seem to be sharing with, abiding by the rules with all the corruption and mockery and everything. Because the Republicans are pretty much being big bullies right now, making rules and then standing on them. That's not really beneficial to everybody. Now, I want to speak in regards to Vivek Ramaswamy and Byron Donalds, and even the J.D. Vance situations, with race and everything. People are kind of like, getting on their situations and making it difficult for them to function and everything. Could you imagine being Byron Donalds dealing with all this nonsense and then going home to his wife and then being inspired to go back and face these animals again? It's almost insane. And Vivek just constantly being abused and saying, I don't even want to repeat some of the things I'm hearing about that. And then the whole J.D. Vance scandal and everything.
Well, let me ask you this, Israel. Let me ask you this, Israel. A question. So when it comes
I'm
to
trying to have fun, Ben, but you want to be a party pooper.
Yikes.
Brucey,
he
baby.
called you a party pooper. He said, nah, boo-boo, you're ruining my fun. done.
It's all good. We found you, man.
Shout out Israel.
Right. Finding Israel. But no, seriously, dog. Like, so do you think that the Democrats should have folded or should they have stayed strong? Because, again, like you're saying, like, the Republicans got a lot of bad things happening over there, whether you're talking about sexual assault or whether you're talking about even how they just feel about humanity. Because, like, for me, how I even, like, viewed this whole past weekend, it was such an emotional roller coaster. Because on one end, right, everybody's waiting for their food stamps to kick in. But then we saw how you know, Donald Trump wanted to double down on with not giving anybody any kind of food stamps. He's like, nah, I'm not giving food stamps, although 2 judges said I'm supposed to. And then the Supreme Court doubled down on it, which is mostly a Republican-controlled Supreme Court. And they're like, nah, we're not giving out any food stamps. So would you have rather had the Democrats stand their ground and be like, you know what, we're going to ride this out until Donald Trump and everybody on the Republican side fold? Or would you rather see what's happening currently?
And I think that's really important that we get together as a people and express our concerns to the people who are representing us. Like, so what do we need? Because they're thinking about what's in our best interest, but at the same time, they got to, you know, do something. So it's pretty much like, you know, pick your poison on this situation. Like, can people hold out? Can they come together and support each other until the Republicans kind of, because everybody who's a Republican is pretty much taken care of. So, you know, they can do this probably until March. Okay. So it's really up to us and them, really.
No, you're right. You're right, Israel, man. My bad, Brucey, baby. But thank you so much for calling in, bro. You one of our very first calls today. So thank you and God bless you. And I hope everything's good on your end, bro. Have you been impacted by the food stamp shortage at all, or?
I forgot to renew my benefits, so I heard it hit, and it was just like,
Hey, I know that's sad, man. It's all good though, man. God got you, all right. Be safe out there, okay?
Beans and English muffins, though. Dumbbells and gravy. Get fit, y'all.
I love it. God bless you.
Shout out to Brucey, baby. That it's actually kind of like that.
Yeah, that is lie. You know, the conversation was done.
Right. 414-360-8999 is the number if you guys would like to call in and chime in on this situation. Like, I was thinking about this last night, Ben, and I'm like, which one would I rather have? You know, selfishly, I would say.
Selfishly?
Yeah, selfishly. Like, if I'm only thinking about myself and I'm not thinking about anything else, which one do you think is the most important? And me personally, while I understand that the SNAP benefits are extremely important and there are millions of people who need those SNAP benefits, I think in the long term that the Obamacare situation is 100% more important, because you have to think of how many people, especially now in the times that we're in, even myself, you got a lot of people who either work part-time or they are freelancers, or, you know, they just have contract work, who don't necessarily have a job that are giving them their health insurance, and they have to get it on their own. Like me, I am going to be affected by this, you guys. We are technically unemployed. No, I'm talking about the
I'm trying to find out who got the food stamps. I want your food stamps.
And see, that is the problem. Why do you want somebody else's food stamps? Like, why do you want?
Why not?
Why do you want the?
You good?
I don't want to talk over it. I'm gonna wait.
You're not talking over nothing. Nobody else hears you.
Got it. You said that's only in our ear. All right, but it's like I would be affected by not having my health tax credits because I am technically unemployed. We're unemployed. Like, where's your health insurance from?
Well, I mean,
are you married? Are you getting your health insurance from your home, your girl?
It'd be nice. But one thing I am saying though, you know, because Jammin Juice is a business and we're growing. So maybe one day, Jammin Juice turns into a company and we'll be able to supply our employees with some health
exactly.
insurance. But I will say that was one of the first realizations that I realized I had to do within the first month of like losing my job or whatever. Like, I really got to get some health insurance.
Oh yeah, because you were still full time.
Correct.
See, I had went part time in January, so I had been, you know, having these health tax credits. Yes, I have been. Yes, I have been having these health tax credits.
Give me some of your credits.
And this is what. Don't let no Republican hear you say that. They're gonna use it as ammo. See, this is exactly what we're saying.
Black people
they want to give each other their tax credits, and they're trying to sell their food stamps. They don't need them. You know, like, please don't be putting that out there on the airwaves. But like, that is a real issue for a lot of people. And thank God I don't have like any health issues right now. And, you know, Lord forbid that I have them anytime soon. But they have a lot of people out there who have issues with their health, and they need prescriptions. They need to see the doctor frequently. They might, you know, they just need it, you know? Right. And so I think that long term, having your health benefits are way more important than the food situation. And I only say that because, don't come for me, y'all, but I only say that because, shout out to Sherwin. I was listening to Sherwin not too long ago, and he pretty much was saying, like, our people gonna eat. Like, our people gonna be good, you know, with food regardless. Even if we have to come together as a community, we have to come together as like a village and help each other out. Like, that's in our blood. I feel like that is in our nature to really come together. And we have seen what that looks like. People from all over social media have been like, you know what, I'm going to be donating this. If you guys need some help here, you know, I'm going to help y'all out, because that is just innately what we do. And so I felt personally like we would have been okay with helping each other out when it comes to food. But how you going to help somebody out when it comes to their health insurance? Like, how you going to help somebody out who have health conditions, or, you know, they might have diabetes. I'll just say health conditions just to, you know.
No, they got diabetes. I'm just saying. Diabetes, it's high blood pressure. They do. You know? They do. And so I think that that is just way more detrimental to have it spike up, because to put it in perspective for you guys, if y'all don't know, because I know we might have some younger listeners on here who don't necessarily know, like, okay, well, what does that really mean? If you have your tax credit, let's say, for example, your benefits that you might have applied for is usually like $400. Okay. But with the tax credit that you get, and because of your income, you potentially could get $300 off of that. So then now you're only paying $100 a month because you have that $300 tax credit. So if that goes away, people's benefits could double or triple or just become crazy huge, and they can't afford that every month. Think about if you had to go from $100 that you were paying to $400. That's crazy.
So a lot of people might just say opt out of it. They might be like, listen, I can't afford $400. Like, what are you gonna do?
See, and that's the thing, Juice. That's what they hinted at in this new budget plan that they have for the rest of America, or Americans to live through. But that's what they're hinting at. It's like, oh, there won't be an American, there won't be an ACA, there won't be an Obamacare a part of this anymore. And Obamacare was one of the most historical health plans that we've even put together since FDR, since the late 1930s, early 1940s. So it's one of these things like, man, like, you know, I don't know why Donald Trump has been so hell-bent on getting rid of Obamacare, other than trying to whitewash a black man's history away. You know, one of the things that he gave to Americans so we can all have health care. You know, they don't want to give it to us for free, so now they're going to jack up the prices. And then on top of that, for this gentleman to just talk about, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and give $2,000 or $2,000 stimulus check.
He talking out the side of his neck.
It sounds like it. And I don't know if it's going to be true or not. I do want the money, though. I ain't going to lie. Give me the stimulus check, but at the same time, I don't want the stimulus check if it's going to impact other people's eligibility to get food stamps and or healthcare benefits. Like, I don't care that too much about $2,000, right? It's not that much money, in all honesty.
I mean, those are kind of separate. Like, when you, like, the whole stimulus check thing that he's talking about, I feel like.
But you got to realize, Juice, when they put together these budget plans, they cut things and they add things. Yeah. So if they're going to cut over here at food stamps, or if they're cutting into the housing programs, they feel like now we have a surplus amount of money to dispel and put out these $2,000 checks.
Because he's claiming it's coming from the tariffs, though. And so my thing is that money he claims he's gonna give us these 2,000 stimulus checks.
Give me the 2,000 if you're gonna give it,
bro. It's coming out of you anyway. Like, true. Really, he's just giving you your money back. Like, it's not like you getting additional funds. That's why I'm saying all of this is just like propaganda, in my opinion, to make it seem like he's doing something crazy big for people, and he really isn't. Like, he's just talking out the side of his neck, because really, how is he going to do that? We are already trillions of dollars in debt, and you want to put us more in debt just for your ego, just to make it seem like you're doing something. And I don't think it would get passed. Yeah. But even if it did, it's like, Like, how stupid do you think we are? Where you think that giving us $2,000 is going to make us feel like you're doing your job as the president?
As Donald Trump said, I love the poorly educated.
Well, I ain't poorly educated, so he got to pick another one.
You know, and I believe this is also to try to save face because he knows for a fact he is losing favorability amongst his party. Like, for him to go to the Washington Commanders stadium just yesterday and then everybody, the whole crowd, boo him. Look, this ain't black people booing him, all right? It's a lot of his demographic out there booing him because they have lost faith in the idealisms or the path that Donald Trump had told them would be set forth for them. So, you know, I think a lot of people have fallen off the Donald Trump bandwagon, and I'm happy for it. You know, I'm happy for those people because really at the end of the day, like I always tell you guys, when I am your president in the 2052,
he's still on that, y'all.
I will make sure that everybody is fed. I will make sure that we have free health care, you know, unlike current presidents and past presidents before me. So when it happens in 2052,
how are you gonna make sure that happens?
Look, just know it's going to happen.
No, what's your plan? How are you gonna make sure that happens?
Just know it's going to happen, Juice. Okay, just know it's going to happen. My plan is with God. All right, my plan is with God.
And you know what's so crazy? And I don't even know if it's crazy. I think you could win it. I think where we are at today in society, I think we are going to want somebody in the future so opposite of what we got going on right now that people will look at you and be like, you know what? Why not? Let's give them a chance.
At least
Let's let them just try.
At least I care about humanity. Donald Trump don't care about humanity, bro. He does not care about your well-being. Like, I could have never been the president up over here and then having children starving. Like, that couldn't have been me. I also remember Donald Trump had once said that a president's job, and this was during Obama's term, but a president's job is to unify the people, not destroy them, not divide them. And that's what he's been doing, divisive. And he's they could say he's a businessman, a negotiator. Well, you know, he may negotiate, but it may be at your own peril. Okay, so take that like Diddy.
Exactly. I'm going to head to the chat and you guys can head to the phone lines if you want to call in. The number is 414-360-8999. Do you think that it's progress if the Democrats, or it seems like it's going to happen, give in and, you know, in this government shutdown? Do you think that the SNAP benefits and getting federal workers back working is more important than, you know, keeping the Obamacare and helping people with their health care? What do you guys think? I'm going to go to the lines right now, or at least go to the chat.
What the chat
see what our
about?
Juicy Jammers got going on. We got KW who said, just wait until the next year. The insurance premiums are going to go insane. 100% they will. Like, I'm not looking forward to that at all. Tyler Hadley said, Trump's been upset since Obama won his first term. His whole goal is to erase everything Obama did. He's the billion-dollar hater. I 100% agree with that one. JG says the stimulus check will do what it's supposed to do, stimulate the economy. People will prioritize their money in the wrong things, and I 100% agree with that because
man, that man don't believe in reparations. I don't know if that's valid.
I mean, I can agree with some things that certain people say because when people get that if people get that $2,000 stimulus check, what do you think they're gonna do with it? Like, to be honest, like, obviously they are going to stimulate the economy. They're going to go buy a bunch of things. If it was up to me, I would just save it because, you know, got to put it in my savings account for rainy days, like being unemployed. But, you know. Yeah,
you could make a nice investment out of that, right? Like, if they do give you the $2,000, you could go ahead and put in some stocks, but most people aren't finna do things like that. Most people are finna go ahead and worry about what they need currently or just trick it off. All right, because I know plenty of people who go ahead and get their taxes and get about like $12,000 worth of taxes, you know, for the child tax credit and things like that.
That's why you...
Well, yeah, that is why I brought it up. But
that's why you brought it up.
You know, in a month or two, that money is gone, and that was $12,000.
Right.
So a lot of people here in America are, you know, poorly educated when it comes down to managing their finances. Again, Donald Trump loves the poorly educated.
100%. And you know what is so interesting to me? What happened to that whole, like, we gonna give some money to the women who get pregnant and have, like, a bunch of kids? You remember he said that?
No.
You don't remember he said he was going to give like some money to like help support
to have new
mothers
babies.
and have new babies? Like, what happened with that? Did that go through?
It must not have worked.
Just a bunch of promises that just had nothing to do with nothing. And that is where we are today. And so you have to be extremely smart today to know when you are being lied to right in your face. Like, you have to be able to check that.
Yeah, he calls fake news all the time, but I believe he is fake news. And I do want to just do a little segue, and this will be a whole other conversation for another day. But when you talked about the money that he said that he would give to women who decided to have children off the first rip or whatever, their first child, you know, it must not be happening just because there was a report that went out to go say that millennials are actually having less sex than other generations beforehand. And it's going further and further down the line. So people aren't even having sex like that anymore.
People just aren't having kids because it just doesn't make sense sometimes. You know, if you can't afford them, why would you do that to yourself?
I think it's something in the airwaves. I think it's the Bluetooth. I think it's the Wi-Fi. I think it's that router that's making people have less sexual desires. You know,
the router.
Yeah.
You going down the rabbit hole?
Is it time?
About some routers? I mean, it is time. It definitely is time.
Y'all know I've been waiting for this moment. I guess I've been waiting for this moment for like the past 3 months. I've been seeing and hearing what other people do on their airwaves, you know. And I put it this way. You know, when you got something great, people just want to take. All right?
Oop.
You know what I'm saying?
Oop.
You know what I'm saying? They be trying to copy. Folks be trying to copy. But it's okay, because they can't surpass the original. But Juicy Jammers, I think it's time for us to go down the rabbit hole. Okay, so first off, Juicy Jammers, if you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it is a piece of information you find on the internet or experienced in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another up until your curiosity is satisfied. And today, now I'm doing it. And today, Juicy Jammers, we could talk about how a comet astronomers are calling 3I Atlas is headed for planet Earth. Oh, yeah. We could talk about that, right? We could talk about that. Oh, yeah, it's coming. And normally we see many comets a year just pass by our atmosphere. But no, Juicy Jammers, what's so alarming about this alleged comet is that this comet doesn't look like a comet at all right? It doesn't look like Halley's Comet. It doesn't even look like the comet black people season their bathtubs with, all right? Yes, white people, black people season everything, even our bathtubs. And we walk away for a minute to let it marinate so the tub can soak in it.
That is so black.
It's black AF, all right?
We will season everything. We season our shoes.
Dang. For real, though, you put the foam on there and you let that joint sit for a little bit.
We season everything.
It's just something about it. All right, but no, this comet is changing directions in outer space. And it almost looks like 3 spaceships all traveling together in sync, just like Justin Timberlake. All right, so much so it has NASA spooked. So they set off our planetary defense systems. I don't know if y'all know, but they set off our planetary defense systems just in case 3I Atlas does have big black aliens in it headed to Earth, just like a scientist had mentioned earlier this year. This is real. This is true. Like a scientist said that the aliens are black. I just want to throw that out there. Said
now how they know the aliens is black?
He said he saw the aliens. This is one of the scientists.
Now how we get in it?
Because black people everywhere were universal. All right, this melanin we got, this came from the universe. All right, this most natural organic thing you can get. This compound right here. You know,
I honestly feel like aliens probably don't even look like how we've been depicting them this entire time.
Well, according to dude, they look like Shaq. Okay. or Wimby, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, we could talk about that, Juicy Jammers. But no, today we're going to talk about a question I have. And that question is, how far are you willing to go to protect your friendship? All right, how far are you willing to go, Juicy Jammers, to protect your friendship? Friends.
How many of us have them?
So
friends,
stand, hey,
ones you can't depend on.
Friends, hey, for real though. So stand back and stand by for the next 3 minutes to take a juice break, Juicy Jammers, because when we come back, we finna take our trip down the rabbit hole.
Don't know where to go.
It's all new. While you wait, make sure to go to our Instagram and follow and like our page, Jammin with Juice. When we return, I will make sure to get on Carrie's nerves. See you soon, Juicy Jammers. Yo, what's up? It's me, your boy, Ben Jammin. And when I need that fresh fade, That clean lineup only hit one spot ever, okay? And it's just called New Image Barbershop in Racine, Wisconsin. They don't just cut hair, they create confidence, all right? From fades to tapers, from beards to dreads. They'll have you looking brand new each and every time you walk out that chair. Walk-ins always welcome, appointments easy peasy, and the vibe is immaculate. So if you're in Racine and you want to step out looking like a new image, pull up to the shop that keeps the city fresh. That's New Image, where every cut's a masterpiece.
If you want to stay in the know, you gotta sip on Somethin Juicy, where me, your girl Noni Juice, spills the juice on recent headlines you might have missed. From local Milwaukee stories to trending topics and breaking news, you gotta know what's going on. So I'm gonna keep you updated. So don't miss Somethin Juicy every single weekday in the 7 o'clock hour, exclusively right here on Jammin' with Juice. Keep it juicy, y'all.
What's up, Juicy Jammers? It's me, your boy, Ben Jammin. And when I'm not on this mic entertaining you all with my rabbit holes and laughs on Jammin' with Juice, I'm writing songs that express the other side of my Gemini. See, the heavens and the earth, they're both dual in nature. Finding that balance between your heart's desires and reality, and that's what I see as one of my greatest gifts. So tap into Jammin' with Juice each and every day, because even if your cup feels half empty, you'll always leave with your cup filled. It's amazing.
Got a business, event, or brand you want the city to know about? You gotta let them know about it here. Jammin' with Juice is where the people are listening, laughing, and showing love every single morning. Let's put your brand right in the mix. Whether it's an on-air mention, interview, or social media promo, we've got options that make sense for you. So if you're ready to get your message in front of our Juicy Jammers, hit us up at jamminwithjuice@gmail.com and let's work.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
That's right, y'all. You gotta get Allstate. So contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cynthia Johnson today.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
And we're back. The juice break is over. So it's time to pour up more of the juiciest conversations to get your day going. Let's get it. Building, you guys. Shout out to Cindy Johnson, Allstate Insurance Agency, for sponsoring the show. But you guys, we are about to take a lovely trip down something you guys have always wanted to go down. That I think you guys always wanted. I've wanted to go down it. I've missed going down it. Ben, have you missed going down this thing?
No. I mean, yeah.
Pause, I guess. I don't know.
I need a big pause. Like,
you need a big pause.
Oh, here we go, man.
You need a big pause.
You the 69 guy.
Anyway.
That's what it is, bro.
Somebody call Al.
6'7".
Oh, 6'7". All right, you guys. It is time for us to take a trip down Benjamin's Rabbit Hole.
La 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 la. Okay, so first off, Truth Nation. First time. Okay, so first off, my tongue. You know, my tongue fat. All right. So, okay. So first off, Juicy Jammers, if you don't know what a rabbit hole is, it's a piece of information you find on the internet or experienced in real life that takes you from one piece of information you find to another.
Up until your
curiosity is satisfied. And today, Juicy Jammers, for November 10th, 2025, my rabbit hole question: how far are you willing to protect? How far are you willing to go to protect your friendship? Started with something I'm certain a lot of you saw over the weekend. All right, former NBA star Tony Allen was arrested after police found drugs on him, allegedly. All right, and not the normal stuff y'all be smoking on to get your day started. Talking about a wake and bake. I'm talking about the hard stuff. I'm talking about, do you want to build a snowman? All right, I'm talking about the white stuff that has most cities, including my hometown, Racine, Wisconsin, snowed out today. All right, I'm talking about that cocaine. All right, but the reason I'm asking this is because, sure, Tony may have allegedly been found with this white substance, but his friend, his dear old friend, all right, his dear old friend, who just so happened to be with him and was a white man, decided to try and stick up for his friend, former NBA star Tony Allen, and claim that the substance was allegedly his instead of Tony's. Juicy Jammers, I think it's time for us to go down the
rabbit hole.
Reach and easily assess that on the cocaine part. So right now, both of you are being charged with possession of cocaine, okay?
Is there a way for me to take it all for him?
I just don't, that's just not fair. I feel like that you can take it in front of the judge and the judge can decide. You understand?
I'm willing to go on record. He has literally nothing to do with it. I'm telling you that as plain as I can tell you. I picked him up at 8:43 this morning. I guarantee you he has no idea that it was in there because I had no idea it was in there. I understand your thing. My father was a lawyer. I fully get it. But sir, I cannot let you, please do not charge that man with that. Let me take full responsibility for that one. I'll hire my own lawyer, I'll hire everything else, but Tony Allen had absolutely nothing to do with that. Not a single thing. I understand your premise, I understand everything else. Now, what he may have had on him in his person, I understand it, that's fine. But that charge, please put it 100% on William Allen. Do not charge Tony Allen with that. I'm saying that in front of all three officers.
Wow.
You know how I'm gonna let you keep going, Ben.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to lie, Juicy Jammers. After watching this video, this should be a sign to all of you people, all right, that you need a good white friend. All right, you need a good white friend. Okay, someone who is willing to take the charge, or at least a good friend who knows that you are the bag, all right, and treat you as such, all right? But anyway, that was the end of my rabbit hole. Call in, text in, Juicy Jammers at 414-360-8999 and let me know how far you're willing to go to protect your friendship. Because some people will only go as far as taking drugs with you, but a real one... but a real one will go as far as taking the drugs for you. All right, your challenge in life is to know the difference. All right, but
I like that one.
Hey, for real,
that's
man.
A good rabbit hole, Ben.
Hey, that's true though, man. People be taking drugs with you, but they won't take the drugs for you. Okay, and that white man right there, he's a good dude, man. I'm not certain if it was his, or if it was Tony Allen's, you know, but yeah. What do you feel about that, Juice?
414-360-8999. I'm not gonna lie to you. I agree 100% with everything you said when it comes to. This is why you need to have certain friends, because this friend right here, he knew exactly what was going to happen if, Tony Allen was to be the one who got in trouble for this. And he's like, listen, I can't make him get in trouble for this. I understand my privilege in this situation, and I'm going to use my privilege in this situation because I know that I might not get in as much trouble. I probably know some people who can bail me out, and I'm sure Tony Allen probably does too, but it's like, I think he understood the situation that he was in. He's like, I gotta take one for the team because I know my privilege, and that's all we be asking for. Take the rap for us if we do something that we shouldn't be doing, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But now, me personally, I don't know if I would do that.
I mean, you know
I'm not doing that.
I personally ain't. Look, if you got a drug problem, right? I'm not taking the charge. Period. Okay, if you out here riding around dirty with drugs, I'm not taking the charge, period. Okay, if it was my drugs, different story. But it sounds like to me that gentleman knew that those drugs was his drugs. The cocaine was his. All right, we've always known the cocaine to be a white man's drug and crack to be a black man's drug. All right, so in this instance, the police should have known that the man was telling the truth. Off bat. All right, they didn't find crack, they found cocaine. All right, and the white man had told you that he picked up Tony Allen this morning. Okay, I picked him up this morning, meaning and implying that, hey, I was doing cocaine last night. All right, and Tony Allen was not with me. All right, this man cannot go down for my mistakes, for my drug abuse, you know?
Now, can you remind me why they were friends?
Good question.
Like he said he was just driving him around?
He said he picked him up this morning, and apparently Tony Allen had just got done doing a podcast, or on his way to a podcast. That's what it was. He was on his way to a podcast. This gentleman said, I just picked Tony Allen up this morning. I don't know how they became friends.
I have a lot of questions about this.
But when you think about it, though, Juice, like the NBA stars that we do know, like the friends that they have, you wouldn't even know that they were friends with that person, you know, or even hung around that person.
I get it.
Like the guy who kicks it with the Nassus. Like, you would never know. You would never know.
I get it.
He's just as lucky.
I get it. But I'm just saying, like, okay, was he the dealer maybe? Like, was he picking him up because he was dealing stuff? Like, what was really going on with it? But at the end of the day, I don't think anybody should be, taking raps when it comes to drugs, bro.
I mean,
unless you truly know that you're going to be straight, which is what I feel like that man was pretty much saying is, I know I got my privilege and I'm good, you know, because having real friends are very hard to come by.
Very true.
And I don't want to say that the real test for a friendship is if you would take the rap for me if, there were drugs found in the car. Because I'm telling you right now, Benjamin, I'm telling you right now, I am not going to jail for you.
I'm just saying, look.
Not for that.
Yeah.
Maybe something else. If I knew you were innocent and I knew I was innocent and, we could get out of that jam. But if it was something I knew was going on, I'm like, Ben, I done told you. Would you take it from me?
Honestly, I would. Like, if we ride around in your whip or whatever, then they're like, oh, they got weed back here. I would have just thought that, like, maybe something fell out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something fell out of my pocket. Like, come on. Come on. She does the Brewers. Come on now. She ain't on that type of time. Ever.
That's real, though. That's real.
Come on now. Public image? Nah, that can't happen.
I would be looking at you like Ben.
I mean, and then ultimately, for real, what they should have done anyway, if they knew they were about to be pulled over by the police, they should have just done the drug right then and there, or at least stuffed it up their butt or something. Like, you don't let them catch it.
But see, that's really difficult to do. Like, think about it. If you driving, how are you gonna stuff something up there that quick? Man. And you know that's why they be having two officers, because they can look and see like what y'all are doing from your mirrors and stuff like that. So if you're doing too much movement,
I'm gonna throw this out there.
Don't do that.
And I want to say I've never been a part of this type of scenario before, but I was look, I was driving around.
Are you incriminating yourself?
I was driving
Watch
around
yourself.
one time. I was driving around one
on
time,
our own.
and I ended up seeing somebody. All right, I ended up seeing somebody, and they got pulled over. They got pulled over, whatever. But what the dude ended up doing. He ended up was talking to the officer, made certain everything went good. But as soon as the officer went back to their vehicle, the girl that this gentleman was with ended up stuffing the stuff up her vagina. And the dude was like, "You can do that?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "But you're on your period." And
bro, what?
Yeah, he was like, but you're on your period. So she literally had took her tampon out apparently and put the thing up there. And it was two male officers. So a male officer can't do all of that type of investigating on a woman's person when they're out and about or whatever. But they ended up doing it, and then allegedly,
who is this person?
Later on, they ended up doing the drugs after they got away from the police. So
absolutely not.
I just said, wow, that's crazy.
That you saw this happen, or you heard about this happen?
It was like some meme or something like that on Facebook.
Absolutely not, Ben. You got a personal connection with this story, and I'm like, for sure, bro. That is disgusting.
What you say? He said, "I got drugs in my booty." Yeah,
I missed that hotkey for sure. Yeah. Ain't no way. That is nasty. That is nasty, and that's really like some hype stuff right there. If you gotta place that thing up in that thing while having some things going on down there, and then you use it afterwards.
I mean, you gotta hide the drugs, though. That's just what it comes down to. However you can
it's
do
not
it.
How about just not do the drugs? Like, how about just not have the drugs? How about just not do the drugs? How about that? Like, was that an option for that person?
Maybe not for that person, because that person was an addict. Okay, maybe that person was an addict, and that's what was going on.
Well, then go to jail. I'm over it. If you got to do all of that, you belong there because you need some rehab. You need some help.
I'm just saying, man. Well, how far are you willing to go to protect your friendship, man? Because this guy who was with Tony Allen, he was willing to risk his whole life over some cocaine and make certain that Tony Allen could be safe. Again, Tony Allen being the guy with the bag. A lot of people, especially these celebrities out here, they have friends and entourage that be around them all. Oh, yeah, it is nasty. Have an entourage with them at all times. But the entourage is not willing to take any risk for that particular celebrity. Like, this is how, Juice WRLD ended up passing away, because he was on the airplane. He was about to get searched by TSA, so he ended up taking 21 pills. If he had some real friends around him, his friends would have took those pills away from him or just told him, bro, we don't need to carry pills on a plane. I remember somebody trying to convince me one time to bring some ganja back from California, and I was like, hell no, that's a federal crime. I'm cool.
No, it definitely is, man.
I'm good on that, man. It's no need for all of that.
Let's see what y'all are saying in the chat. Make sure you guys are letting us know what you think about Ben's question. How far are you willing to go for your friendships? Are you hiding the drugs? We got Pulse Check Wisconsin saying it shows how much substance abuse disorder is truly a disease. And it is, because you are willing to do whatever in order to get those drugs in your system and make sure you keep them and to make sure you keep doing them. It's a sickness. It truly is.
You think so? Like it's a mental illness? Because people
I don't know about mental, but I guess I guess you could call it technically mental illness, but I'm just saying once you have them in you, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to stop, to stop wanting that desire and that feeling to have that same type of high. Do you feel like weed is a gateway drug? People be saying that a lot. They're like, oh, weed is the gateway drug to doing like more stuff to get you even higher and higher and higher. I just take pre-workout.
Yeah, pre-workout.
I took some this morning. That's why I'm like all fired up.
I don't know if it's a gateway drug, bro, but what I will say is the friends around you is the gateway. Like whoever you bring it into it, because it's one of them things that like, okay, you could be kicking it at a party, right? And then I guess whatever, somebody decides to lace your blunt. Now the blunt got cocaine in it, and the person next to you, like you may not even know cocaine was up in there. You just smoked the blunt, but the person next to you is like, oh yeah, I got cocaine in there. Now you want to go to cocaine, and then from cocaine you go. That's what I'm saying. It's the people you bring around you. Like who did I, bro? I was watching Dairy, the It show or whatever that's on HBO. It's about It, the scary dude, the clown. But they did a whole season off the city that is based off of or whatever. But one thing that the lady said in there is that her old man, her father used to tell her that life isn't about the destination, it's about the journey. She was like, I don't think it's even about the journey. I think it's more so about the journey. It's about the people you're taking the journey with. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're taking drugs with people, those people are going to be the gateway into you doing other things.
I have heard before that when people are taking certain drugs, that they make sure that they have the right people around them because it could take them down different pathways.
Yeah,
like if you got negative energy around you, then all of a sudden you're going to
you could have a bad
having a bad experience with whatever the drug is, whether it be like shrooms or whatever. Or people now are taking that ayahuasca.
No, ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
You need a shaman for that.
Yeah. And I'm just like, that's a lot, but people get introduced to it and they get curious about it. But my thing always is, I wonder like what the curiosity of it is. Like what makes you say to yourself like, man, I just want to see what this feels like, versus saying like, oh, I'm good, I don't need to even experience that.
I think it's just the curiosity. Curiosity does kill the cat, all right? Keep that in mind. But I think it's curiosity, and I think it's sometimes people want to see things from a different perspective. Like before, a certain young man that I know was starting to like take other drugs or whatever, he was always curious to know what it was like, and to a large degree, he had went on to go say that he wanted to try a few different drugs in his lifetime just to see what it would look like or feel like, because we see it promoted in movies. This is what being high off marijuana feels like. This is what cocaine feels like. This is what ecstasy feels like, and they tell you all these different things. Or even in hip hop music, notoriously, right? People start taking drugs like lean, promethazine and things like that, but ultimately it's liquid heroin. And people don't even realize that until, you know, they're all the way knee deep in, or they educate themselves on it. But people want to, you know, escape this reality that we're in, because truthfully, if we're being honest about maybe the world, if not just America, America's number one thing or destination that people want to do is escapism. People here in America are hell bent on escapism. Hell yeah. Like, forget about just drugs. We can talk about games. People hop on the Fortnites. I love Fortnite, by the way. Follow me, you know, add me, whatever. But I hop on Fortnites, or you hop on whatever game that you like to play. But that is a form of escapism. And people here in this world want to figure out a way to escape. And I also believe that, you know, it's always been a part of, you know, the human. It's always been it's always been a part of like human history for people to go out and try different drugs. Again, you had mentioned ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a drug that people take, or have started taking down in South America, you know, because tribes were taking this drug to basically feel as if they were in another world, or travel to another destination. You know, a lot of people now who do take ayahuasca go on and say it helps them kind of kill their own ego. You know, everything that you knew about yourself before, you learn that much more about yourself now.
But to me, it feels like it has a lot to do with identity and people's lack of identity within themselves, because they're constantly trying to like figure out who they are. At least that's what I have always heard from people, is they want to try, what's it called? Ayahuasca. Because they're like, oh my gosh, I want to have this come to Jesus moment where I know exactly what my goal is, and I want to know exactly what my purpose is on this earth, and I want to just come back with a clear head and knowing myself. And I think it always comes back to identity. Like, people are searching for who they truly are, and I think they get on these drugs to be enlightened in a sense, to hopefully feel like they'll come out of it knowing their purpose, or they'll come out of it with some type of direction. And just for me personally, that's why I have so many questions about it, because I've never felt led to do that type of stuff. And I'm not judging anybody who has, because I understand that everybody has their own you know, ways that they want to figure things out. But it just always seems like it comes back to an identity thing. And it's like, man, I want to know who I truly am. So I think we have a bunch of people out here who are lost, and they just want to, like you said, find a way to escape that pain of them feeling like, what is it all for? You know, but
I agree.
That's just how I feel about most of it. But that was a good one. I know it was about friendships, but we turned it into a drug combo.
Hey, if you're going to do the drugs with your friends, I guess so.
All right. Well, that was Benjamin's
Rabbit Hole.
We just gonna leave it at that. We are about to wrap up the show with a bow.
What? I ain't heard that in about 3 months.
Yes, we're gonna wrap up the show with a bow when we come back from our 3-minute juice break. We're gonna give you guys our drop of juice of the day. It is our last segment of the day, and we just want to recap some things that we talked about here, with this being our very first show back. So make sure you guys keep it locked. Don't go anywhere. It's Jammin' with Juice.
All right, Juicy Jammers, y'all know we're going to come back. But in the meantime, stay patient, stay waiting, and stay hopeful. The greatest things comes to those who wait. Take a sip of that.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm thick cut bacon sizzling on your stove. And while you were over there smearing your bagel, this little piggy went on a splatter spree. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, you'll be crying wee, wee, wee over this fire in your home. So get Allstate.
That's right, y'all. You gotta get Allstate. So contact Milwaukee Allstate agent Cynthia Johnson today.
Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Vehicle and Property Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, Jammin' with Juice is officially back, you guys. And you know what? I am so excited to be back with my co-star. Okay, we got Benjamin in the building. Benjamin, how you feeling?
Amazing. No, seriously, Juicy Jammers, it is so great to be back over this airwaves, connecting with you all over again. Thank you guys again just for holding it down with us, man, for so long. All the DMs, all the messages, all the likes, the comments.
Y'all definitely were doing your big one, reaching out to us and just keeping the show alive. You know what I'm saying? So now that we are officially back, make sure you tell everybody that you know.
Tell your mama.
Okay, that Jammin' with Juice is back to give you that daily drop of juice every single morning. Okay, if you gotta go to the gas station, if you at the mall, whoever you run into,
tell
just
your
let
local
them know.
Drug dealer.
All right, that they gotta tap into Jammin' with Juice. Ben, you are so crazy.
Okay, let's do it again.
Do it again? No,
Yeah.
let's see how it sounded first.
I don't think that sounded good.
I thought it was beautiful.
I thought the direction was there.
Do it.
Let's just do it one more time.
Do what?
Do it again.
Okay, what's
Tell the people. They listening right now. Tell the people. Tell the people what you need to tell them. What we need to tell them. Cause look, Juicy Jammers, from the bottom of Ben Jammin' heart, I really appreciate you guys. When somebody, gets let go from their job.
We ain't doing that.
No,
we ain't talking about that.
Okay, we ain't doing all that. Just thank you, Juicy Jammers, man. Seriously, I found out throughout this time period. Okay, I don't want to be that deep. I know how to enunciate.
I'm not about to keep playing with you. Cut this up and call it a day.
Whatever, bro. Y'all really want this show?
Bro, this is a 30-second. We back. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell your auntie, tell your baby daddy.
We back, but we ain't never left, okay? We ain't never left, all right? We just got a new platform, and it's our own platform.
Facts. But yeah, y'all was holding it down. We appreciate it so much. And we are just glad to be able to be back in community with all of you and to, entertain y'all. Because it's about to get even crazier. We on our own, Ben. We independent.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means? You already know what it is. This is Jammin' with Juice. And make sure you go like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and go to jamminwithjuice.com to become a certified Juicy Jammer. Remember, from here on out, you're amazing.
Everyone, we are back to wrap up the show with a bow, giving you our drop of juice for the ending segment that we have here today. First things first, I do just want to say shout out to who was here in the chat just now who said they were back. Kyla. She said, y'all back. This is Kyla, your big fan, under my mom's account, and my phone died while waiting to watch, and I wouldn't miss this talent. But she was in the chat saying shout out to you. So shout out to you, girl.
You're amazing.
Thank you so much for tapping into the show. Thank all of y'all for tapping into the show. We didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you.
First day.
Because, yes, we posted it on social media, but we had a lot of people who would just listen to us every day, who might not have followed us on social media to know that we are back. So please continue to let everybody know. If you've ever spoken about Jammin' with Juice to anyone, let them know that we are back here on our own on this YouTube page every day, because we are going to be here every day once again.
Monday through Friday.
7
a.m. to 9 a.m.
Wake up in the best way.
We're a morning show.
Okay. We are a morning show. But yes, I just wanted to say thank you for that one. But to wrap up everything, we talked about the fact that we might have the 60 votes right now when it comes to the government reopening. And my final opinion and thought on that is, I feel like we, and I'm saying we as like Democrats, even though I don't be agreeing with everything that they do. I'm not gonna lie. I don't agree with everything that they do.
A Democrat, y'all.
But it's like, now you got me thinking about my swallows. Pause. I personally feel like they should not give in at all. The fight is bigger than just the SNAP benefits. The fight is bigger than just the federal workers not being able to get paid. And while I feel like they deserve to get paid, it shouldn't be looked at on the Democrats as to why this isn't reopened again. Like, people should look at the Republican side as well and be like, hey, why don't you care enough to fold with what they're asking you for? Because really all they're asking you for is the decency and humanity, is to help your people, help your country with the things that they need help with when it comes to their health insurance. Like, that should be a basic necessity need. And if they don't see that, the blame should be on them because they are just not caring about their people, and that's not fair. So it is unfortunate, but at the same time, I mean, I guess people will be happy about the SNAP benefit situation, and the federal workers and all of the aviation and things will be back in order. But I feel like we should have just stayed strong with that, and so that's what I'm going to end with that one. And have good friends around you. I got one right here.
Hey,
yes,
me too. She's right here. Nah, man, if I'm going to end this show up and wrap it up with a bow, as they say, honestly, for real, man, shout out to all of y'all. Y'all really don't know how much this first show and you guys coming through and supporting us meant to us. Shout out to everybody who's helped us out throughout this journey, gave us so much inspiration, motivation, and just making certain that, we didn't give up, Thank all of y'all, man. Like, seriously, from the bottom of my heart, man, you really don't know who's supporting you until, you're down and out. So thank all of you guys, man. You guys are our why, our why, man. So thank you guys so much. And I can't wait to see, who me and Juice become in the future and who you guys become in the future. Because this show ain't even really about us. It's really about y'all. It's really about y'all, man. And I'm just glad that you guys trust us enough to, tap into us each and every morning from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m.
Yes. It's going to get crazy because we're on our own.
Yeah. We can do anything.
Ben is even more unfiltered than he was before, which I didn't think it could get any worse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a journey. And we just want y'all to stay on that journey with us and just continue to grow with us, continue to learn with us as we grow and elevate in our own careers and with everything that we want to do. I do want to say real quick, though, shout out to, I think it was Kyla again in the chat, who said, is there an email for contact for advertisement?
JamminWithJuice@gmail.com, or you could go to JamminWithJuice, or you could go to JamminWithJuice.com and actually click advertise with us.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And we got merch.
Hey.
So
yes, we do have
go
merch.
to JamminWithJuice.com and you can purchase t-shirts, hoodies, Jammin with Juice, everything. Ben got that one.
Yeah. Go there, purchase your hoodie, man. It's getting cold outside. If you want to stay warm, get yourself a Jammin with Juice hoodie. If you guys want to support us, go there and get a Jammin with Juice hoodie. But if you want some advertising, make certain that you go to JamminWithJuice.com, click advertise with us, fill out the form, send it in, and then we'll also be working on another way to figure out exactly how we can help out each and every individual small business owner. So if you even like an entrepreneur and it's just you by yourself, we'll have a package for you guys and even the big corporations.
We got
options. We definitely got options. As you guys hear on our commercial breaks right now, we do have Allstate, by Cindy Johnson. All right, so we have them on board, and we got a few others. But with that being said, man, make sure that y'all tap in with us because as we said before, this show isn't even about us. It's really about you guys. So thank you guys for supporting us from here on out.
Yes, follow us on social media as well. You can see it right here on our video stream. Mine is Noni _ his is Benjamin _ universe. Keep up with us there. Follow us on Facebook. So we want to eventually stream on Facebook as well, but we got to get like our followers up and things like that. So follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram, Jammin with Juice, JamminWithJuice.com, JamminWithJuice@gmail.com as well if you want to like reach out to us, emails and things like that. But we are on this journey, and I keep saying journey, but that's literally what it is, bro. Independently. I have to highlight that we are entrepreneurs now, so we are gonna have to figure a lot out, but we are happy to do it with y'all. So thank you to the village again who was helping us out to even put this together again. My auntie, shout out Cindy Johnson, Allstate Insurance Agency, my mama, shout out to my mama, shout out to my daddy, shout out to Corey, shout out to Corey's dad, Corey's sister Kayla, shout out to everyone who helped us, from Ferrante to Tanya who cleaned up the place, to Mr. Andre who helped us out, to Lenny who helped us out. Like everybody who helped us out with this, gave us encouraging words, told us to keep going, who followed us, who rooted for us. We love y'all and we appreciate y'all. So that's all I got to say.
Undying support. Shoot, that may be your auntie, but that's my auntie too.
Yeah.
Shoot, I told,
it's a family thing around here. It's history.
Straight up, I told Dia we family.
Yes. So
what's up, cousin?
It's amazing. And I hope y'all like the studio. I'm not gonna lie, I worked really hard.
Nah, hey bro,
to put it together.
You don't know how many calls I got from people being like, dang, y'all studio official.
Really?
Yeah, swear to God, bro.
That makes me feel so
shout out to
good.
Harmony ENT. There we go.
Yes, that sounds so good to me. So thank y'all again. We will be back tomorrow, Lord willing, at 7 a.m., you guys. And is there anything else you want to say, Ben? Are we out of here?
It's amazing.
It is amazing. Jamming with Juice every single day. Let's do it again. I got to remember my outro. Jammin with Juice, we do this every day, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's where you can find us. I'm your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. That has been Jammin'.
It's amazing.
Shout out to all our Juicy Jammers, certified Juicy Jammers. We love y'all so much, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Once again, Lord willing, we are back, you guys. We are officially back. Love you guys. Thank you for tapping in. Tell all your friends. And how do you press these buttons to get us out of here? If I knew how to get us out of here just now, I would have did it, because that is just not how we want to end the show. Good gracious. Good Lord. What is on your mind this morning?